It's really wonderful to be with you today. It is an emotional time to come back and see the school that had so much effect on our thinking and our feeling and our values. I hope that in 50 years, you think a little bit about coming back here and thinking about some of the values and friendships that you made. I know I don't have to tell any of you how incredibly lucky we all are to be part of this school and this family. The world was a different place than it is today, and the same as it is today. Different because obviously the technologies around us are different. We didn't have internet, we didn't have email, we didn't have cell phones, we had landlines, that's all we had for communicating. It was a time of the Cold War. In the fall of 1962, which is when some of us came here, and certainly when our high school started in 1962, that was also the fall of the Cuban Missile Crisis. And so it's fair to say that international politics, as much as we might not have thought of that as being part of our lives, was very much part of what we did. It was part of the atmosphere of the school. And the one rule we had in the school, and I'm sure it's the same rule we have today, is that we would never allow those conflicts to get in the way of the dialogue and conversation that we would have as kids. But most important of all, I think we made great friends. We had wonderful teachers, as you obviously do still today. It was a special time for us because of that feeling of friendship and because of the exposure that it gave us to what the whole world had in its potential. But most of us left Geneva and went somewhere else. But we always carried something of Geneva inside us and something about this international experience with us. We have powerful memories of the friendships that we struck. We live in a world where that issue of capitalism versus communism seems to have been settled. But it hasn't been settled in a way that is really secure, because we're still struggling in the world to find the assurance that we can have prosperity and social justice and sustainability all at the same time. We carry with us the values that we take from this critical experience. It's very hard to come out of the International School of Geneva feeling that one race is better than another, or one religion is better than another, or that the political certainties of our parents are necessarily going to be our own political values and certainties. But we also have always come out of this experience with an awareness and a sensitivity to the world. But what's also interesting is that when we return to our home countries, we find that they are becoming increasingly international themselves. There's been a process in the world in which we have become much more diverse, much more one of the other, and we're still facing these crises today. There are really only three questions. The first question is, if I am not for myself, then who will be for me? And the second question is, but if I am only for myself, then what am I? And the third question is, if not now, when? I can't tell you how much I wish you all well, and how I wish you great success and happiness